People, welcome to another edition of that finger tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. With me, Big Jim, very obviously not back at BadLadDad HQ. Yeah, 2019 has been a bit of a stinker, I'm not going to lie. It's not been kind. As you'll be aware from the last video, December the 30th, my mum had a cardiac arrest and I had to leave London and come out to where she is in hospital, 60 miles outside of town. And I was here till January the 6th. I zipped home back to London to see Ninja Boy and his mum, just to wish them a Happy New Year. First time I'd seen them face to face all year, and then I've had to come back because there's hospital visits to do. I've also obviously got my job as a full-time journalist to try and juggle in there as well. So I'm afraid SuperCard certainly has taken a back seat. YouTube has taken a back seat as well. So apologies for not being around, but obviously I'm sure you understand. Now, because of that, I have to say there's not an awful lot to report. In last week's Road to Glory, I did get up to the Shattered card, just doing a bit of late night playing, just a bit of tapping to myself while I was away from home. But this ring dom, I was working through most of the night and sitting in the hospital during the day. So this ring dom, it's now Sunday, it's midday Sunday, and I'm back off to the hospital in the next half an hour. And as you can see, it's not happening. And Eddie would be a pro. It would be a Neon Pro. If we just have a look at my cards, it's going to combinable. Although it doesn't always pick them up. Ah, look at that. I've got about 4 Neon cards that are ready to be combined. Or, sorry, I'm working on to be combined. And it's got one there, which is Big Bo. Bo Dallas, who came from a King of the Ring, my last King of the Ring. Alright, let's clear this out. Let's clear this out and just put neons in. Let's do it that way. Why does it do that? Why doesn't it show you all the cards that can be combined? It's very frustrating. Frustrating. Right, Kyle O'Reilly, he's one that I'm working on. So I've got 1 card's ready. Fandumbo. Big Fandumbo, he's another one where I've got 1 card ready. So there's 2 of those that are currently in my Ring Dummy Dim Dom setup. There's AJ Styles, with both cards have been worked on at the same time. There's Eddie, again, still working on actually the first Eddie that I got. So if I did manage to put a late spurt on this evening and get that other Eddie, that would be cool. So there's those 3, there you go, there's Fandumbo. And there's Kyle, the number 2s, big number 2s that they are, and there's Bo. But you've seen Bo already, haven't you? So there we go with Bo. Here we go. There's the other Bo. So in terms of decks, it would be a slight upgrade on my Road to Glory. I think it would fill those 4 slots at the bottom. Fill like those 4 male slots. Well, 3 male slots and a turkey at the bottom. Bo Dallas could replace the turkey, and yeah. So I think if you're bringing those 4 neon males, it probably won't, judging by past experience, it probably won't tip it into Shattered. You just need a female. Those 4 splendid Gothic Pro females sitting down there, but I need some Neon Pros to start showing their faces, because that's not good enough. Basically, it's not good enough, girls. It's not good enough. Got to do better. So there's that. And what else has been going on? Let's see what this is. Because we know it's going to be something really exciting. Is it not? Look at that. 2 credits and Brock Lesnar. Actually, I never thought about seeing what... Oh, no, forget that. I don't want to look at that. I wanted to look at the attitudes. The Rock. What's he saying? Bring it or something? Just bring it! Yeah, okay. Oh, I wouldn't mind that. It's 900 credits, so forget that. It would have been nice, but I'm not paying 900 credits for an emoji that I'll use maybe once every 6 months. Yeah, so just clear these out again and go back into done. So as you can see, the Rock is obviously my top card. Still just the 2 Shattered Pros I've got at present, and then I suppose Shattered Singles is of more interest. just to see how we go. Most of these have come from events. There was that one piece of luck from the Christmas fusions. A bit of a surprise that, because the rest of my Christmas fusions were cack, to be quite honest. So that was quite nice. The rest of these are what, maybe 2 or 3 pulls, and the rest of it is from events. So, but then by my own admission, actual playing time has been limited, certainly in 2019. So let's just do a little ring dommy dim dom just to finish off with. Now, firstly, thank you to all of you who are sending your good luck messages and goodwill messages. So that obviously means a lot to me and to the family as well. Secondly, thank you to all of you who've noticed that Team BadLadDad's only got 9 members and you're all applying to join. The way these things normally work is I would do a video with a competition and then announce a winner, and that person would be part of the team. And it's a very swift process, but I've obviously not had the time or the opportunity to do that this time round. But it equally wouldn't be fair just to lump in someone from outside without giving, you know, a few people a chance to join. Got to try and make it competitive. So I will do a video at some stage. For the time being, we're just chugging along with 9 members doing what we can. You know, by my own admission, I mean, I am playing all my matches and everything, but obviously I've got distractions going on in the real world. So I think it's only fair to wait until I can do a proper competition, as I would do normally. That's how we normally recruit people, and then get a 10th member on board. So thank you for all your messages, whether it's in-game, whether it's on social media or what have you. But please don't bother replying again for the time being, because I'm not going to suddenly make a rash decision and say, right, that person there, they're coming in. It's going to be done the traditional BadLadDad way. And I apologise to my team members as well for taking time doing it, but of course they're very understanding as well. They don't really need me to apologise to them publicly. Then beyond that, one of the things that crops up time and time again is people saying to me, how do you do what you do? How do you make the videos? What's the equipment you need? You know, there's a lot of questions basically involved around making YouTube videos. And rather than just doing sort of some random additional answers now and again, I thought it's about time I sat down and just made a couple of videos on how we do things and how to do things. But it's not a channel about, sorry, it's not a video about BadLadDad and how we started and things. That'd be rather boring for most people. I want to make it about the basics, how we got set up in the first place, things that are learned from other people, things that you learn by making mistakes. There's all sorts of areas that can be covered. One of the big ones, I've mentioned equipment. It still comes as a surprise to some people when I say to them, you know, like right now, I'm not at home, but I'm using my MacBook, which is what I use for my job as a journalist, so it's with me most times. I'm using my MacBook to record the gameplay, and I'm using my trusty old iPhone as the camera, and then the 2 bits of footage and the backdrop are being edited together on iMovie, which is free software on the MacBook. So in fact, the cost for me making this video with the equipment that I've got right now is, well, the iPhone is the iPhone. You're paying what you pay for your calls and things. So the camera, technically, the camera's free because it comes with the iPhone. The footage that's been recorded on the MacBook, well, there's a cable plugging in my iPad into the MacBook, and if you've got an iPad, that's how you, or an iPhone, that's how you play. You can record the footage on your MacBook just by plugging the cable in and doing a screen record. So that's not actually costing you any software. And then you can edit it together, as well as I'm talking about the MacBook route, you can edit it together with iMovie, which is a free software you get on your MacBook. So technically, this film that I'm showing you now, this whole ensemble, has been put together, and I do my own graphics as well, it's been put together for free. What it's cost is my time and effort, obviously, because I've got to edit the thing together. So no expensive cameras, no expensive software. Yes, I did have the MacBook and obviously the iPad to begin with, but then, you know, a lot of people play on their phone, and so most of you have got phones. You've got to be playing the game on something. And if some of the more astute among you say, well, how can you record your footage by playing the game on your phone, but then be recording yourself with the camera? Well, what you do on those occasions is you can record the footage of the game first and then record yourself later just talking over the footage. That works equally as well. It doesn't have to be done exactly the same way as everyone else does it. Because it's nice to be a little bit different now and again, isn't it? It's nice to do something a bit differently. So what I'm basically saying is there are ways around things. You don't have to be spending lots of money. You can utilise a lot of equipment you've already got. A lot of it is just getting on with it and getting used to how you do things and finding a way that works for you. But I think in terms of some future videos, I think just me talking about that type of thing, I mean, well, let me know in the comments down below. Do you think, would that be useful? Is what I've just said made any sense to you whatsoever? Or am I just talking gobbledygook and it sounds worse than the kind of science lessons you get at school, or some of the most boring programs you come across when you're skipping channels? I don't know. Let me know. Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe it's like, oh, Big Jim, it's too boring. Shut up talking. Just get on with playing the game and we're not interested in anything else. I don't know. Maybe you're not interested in anything else. But judging by all your questions that I get, and the repeated questions, because they do come in quite thick and fast, and a lot of them are all on the same thing, I need to do a couple of videos just sort of describing some of the basics, what sort of a mindset you need to be in when you're kicking off your journey, what you need to do when things aren't seeming so rosy, how you get yourself set up, how you apportion your time to it. Because much as you might like to think, all right, I'm going to make YouTube videos, I want to make a video every day, I want to do this, I want to do that, it's not going to happen. Seriously, it's not going to happen. I mean, you're going to be making videos on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or on your birthday, or whatever. You know, you've got to think logically about how you spend your time. If you've got a full-time job and a family to support, as I have, then saying you're going to be making daily videos is complete nonsense, because you're not going to have time for anything else in life. So, you know, you've got to be realistic in your goals when you set out. Equally, thinking you're going to earn a fortune doing this in a short space of time. What, 1 in 3 or 4 million YouTubers strikes lucky and gets to that kind of level where you're earning the sort of money that you could say, hey, I can make a living out of this. It takes months, if not years, of hard work to get anywhere close to earning anything that resembles reasonable money. So, you know, I'm doing this channel and have done this channel firstly because it was great fun with Ninja Boy, and then more recently because he's not been too well himself. It's just been fun because it's part of the game. We've obviously built up quite a nice following, you guys out there, and I love talking to the community and sort of sharing experiences and talking about the game. So any finance, I mean, well, put it this way, I have no idea what sort of money this channel made over the last certainly 6 months. When it first started, I did used to check, you know, and you'd get to like 20 quid or 30 quid or something the first few months. You'd be like, wow, made 30 quid last month. And then bear in mind you'd probably posted 30 videos which had taken you several hours to edit and put together and everything, so you're way less than minimum wage. You don't think about the money. Yeah, if you start to bring in a little bit of cash, it's great. It's one of the benefits, obviously, but the money alone, I shouldn't be talking, I should be playing this, shouldn't I? I made a right pig's ear of this. The money alone is not going to get you through, and you're not going to be able to give up your job in the first couple of months, or leave school early and start doing this and think that you're going to earn a living out of it, because you won't. You've got to put some hours in, some hard graft. A few do go on and make quite a successful career out of it. Of course, you can link it in with Twitch or with other things. But it's not about that. I want to just get people... everyone seems to be saying, what do I need to do to get started? You just start. You just get on with it. So it's those people, really, I guess, that I'm going to be targeting the video towards, or videos, if I do more than one. It's just getting you off the ground, it's getting you going. What you do with it from there is obviously up to you. Whether you go mad, whether you take it easy, whatever your subject matter is, that's totally down to you. I'm leaving that up to you. That's your choice. I'm just passing on some of the wisdom of Big Jim. Some of the things, as I say, that I've learned through mistakes I've made, or through things I've learned from other YouTubers, or from watching other kind of YouTube help videos. And YouTube themselves have some instructional videos too. So it's kind of getting all that information together and just giving it to you guys in a simple way in which you can understand that, or I mean, you can avoid having to watch the amount of hours and read all the gump that I've read over the last 3 years. So there we have it, people. Thanks ever so much for watching. Sorry I've not seen so much, but well, in fact, this is the first video of 2019. So Happy New Year! Happy New Year to you. Good luck with whatever it is you're doing in life. I hope it's going well for you. And of course, what am I going to say? If you like the video, bum me a few likes down below. If you haven't subscribed before, subscribe. I'm not always going to be gone missing. You know, there's going to be more of this. And as I say, how to make some videos of your own. That's all coming up in the future. There's social media, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's Twitter. Till I see you next time, you stay cool.
People say to me all the time, "Hey Johnny Wrestling, what does it take to become a winner?" To those people I say, try watching BadLadDad's latest video. He'll show you just what it takes to become a WWE SuperCard champion.